It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Look at all that snow. Glorious blue sky. I just wanted to say that, a lot of people are making promises on behalf of God that God's going to bless people with new encounters and new experiences and things like that. And that would be rather nice. But I rather think that God is asking us to, get not just our fundamentals sorted, but actually to stay in a place of advancing, not into new encounters, not into new experiences, but going from glory to glory, seeing His reputation manifest more and more through and in our lives. He's spoken of sanctification a lot to me over the last year. And if he's talking about sanctification, then he's talking about His holiness. And if he's talking about His holiness, he's not looking for a new encounter, to bless us with a new encounter. He's looking for us to apply things that He's already done for us. He's looking for us to affirm things in our lives that ought to be so. It's not about new encounters. It's not about new experiences. It's about being established, unswerving, steadfast, a forehead of flint, not erring to the left or the right, not swinging from one encounter to another. What would you do if you never had another sort of encounter of God? What would you do if there was never another healing line or fire tunnel or any of that stuff that we've got used to in the past 20 years? Would your faith fall apart, or would you continue to stand upon the Word and to see the Spirit of God sanctify you? Would you go from, be perfect as I'm perfect, be holy because I'm holy? Would you be advancing in holiness, or does your advancing in holiness depend upon your experiences of God? Because it shouldn't do. If you've got His Word, which you have, and if you've got His Spirit, which you hopefully have, then why should He give us encounters? I can think of some encounters He ought to give us, but I also think that He's a little bit, I think He's putting the onus on us. He's really saying to us, now come on kids, grow up. Why do we have to keep on going around and around and around in circles? Going around in circles speaks of a people who have no direction and no vision. They're not motivated. That's one of the lessons God taught me a few years ago. He asked me to go somewhere. When I got there, I found that it was simply a short street bisecting a sort of circular housing estate. And I walked up and down this, and then I sort of wandered around and I prayed. Nothing much happened, You sort of go there in the vain hope, don't you, that the revival's going to break out. And of course it didn't. So I got back into the car. And, as I got onto the motorway, I said to God, so what was that all about? And this is what He said to me. He said, Bruce, there's no point asking for direction when you're stationary. And the picture was of a spinning top, something which is stationary and asks for direction is a bit like a spinning top. It just goes around and around and around in circles. Whereas, what He said to me, following that, was, but if you ask for motivation, once your feet are moving, I can direct your footsteps. And that's what he taught me. He sent me all the way from Yorkshire down to the East Midlands or West Midlands or wherever it was. Anyway, let's just call it the Midlands. To teach me that lesson. What motivates you? Because if you're dependent upon experiences and encounters, if you've come to appreciate some sort of firework Christianity, then you might be disappointed. And nobody wants to be disappointed, and in particular, God doesn't want to be disappointed, you know? He's looking to us to appropriate and apply and advance in our life with him because of him. So if you get a new encounter, great, share it with everybody. But if you don't, we'd equally love to hear your testimony of how you, with the help of the Holy Spirit, are advancing in your kingdom life, you know. So take care. Bye for now.